It's the Binge Bum Podcast. Whoa, it's time to talk about our favorite shows from all the streaming networks all across the globe, from Netflix to Hulu to Disney Plus and HBO. Get ready for fun and lots of show reviews. It's Binge Bum coming to you.
Hey everybody, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's another episode of the Binge Bum Podcast. I'm your host, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
And Scott's here too.
Oh, I'm Scott. Yes, I am. Episode 19, Dale.
Wow. And
Yeah.
it's going to be June soon.
It's gonna be June. Oh,
Right.
no. Can't do that again.
Right.
Only do that once a year.
Hey, let's talk about some streaming news. I don't know if you've heard, there's been a lot of confusion over at HBO Max, right? It's all centered around the new sci-fi film Dune. Deadline reported earlier this week that HBO Max was reversing its day and date release for Dune. We've talked about this before. If you don't know day and date, that means it's a same release in the theaters and on the platform, the streaming platform.
At the same
HBO
time.
Max, yeah.
Yeah.
However, IndieWire has reported that the executives over at Warner Brothers basically said that's not true. They maintain that it will release both the theaters and HBO Max on the same day. And with HBO Max, you have a 31-day window to watch this film before it goes VOD.
Video on demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes rental.
And then it'll come back to the streamer eventually after they milk all the money out of the VOD
Right.
people.
Probably like 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And I think the reason this came up, and maybe it was just a rumor that got started by someone who wished it was true, I don't know, but it's supposed to be one of HBO, the company's, Warner Brothers' big movies of the summer, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And it does look cool. It's a remake of the original, right?
Correct.
And it's not a continuation.
No,
Yeah.
not to my knowledge.
Cool.
It's a remake. This one starring Timothée Chalamet, Dave Bautista, and Zendaya. Nope. Zendaya.
Okay.
I watched 2 YouTube videos where someone called her by her name, and it's Zendaya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought it was Zendaya too.
Been saying it wrong all this
yeah,
time.
I know it's Zendaya.
Well, she's amazing. She started out as a singer, but
Yes.
she's also an actress. And
Yes.
she's really damn good at it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. We were just watching something this morning with another singer who also does a lot of acting, and that I didn't know. Sarah Bareilles. Right?
Oh, she was on
Yeah.
the news this morning.
Yeah, I didn't know she's been in Waitress on Broadway, and she's on a show, Forever Girl or something.
Girls Five Ever.
Yeah,
which
she's
is
in that.
a show about a girl group, and they all come back in their like 30s and 40s, and they try to like rediscover stardom
I
again.
love that.
Yeah, it's kind of we haven't watched it, but
Yeah.
it just came across the news this morning because they interviewed
Her.
her, and it looks they're on their like second season.
That's a streaming show too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
A lot of people are talking about it. We'll talk about that more later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it more often.
We'll talk about it later. Hey, AT&T announced this past Monday a deal to merge WarnerMedia with Discovery in an effort to compete with Netflix and Disney. So this would basically separate WarnerMedia from AT&T and
Create a new company.
form a whole new company. Sources say that there would be a huge focus on live news and sports, which is something that's not really out there without having to pay for this service, pay for this service, pay for this service. And, CNN falls under that umbrella. And there's lots of rumors that CNN will be kind of having this big rebrand of streaming with new shows and all this.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
and CNN does have a lot of content. They've got tons and tons of
Yeah.
movies that they've made just for CNN and documentary series and stuff. So they've got plenty of content that they could put on this and have online for people.
Yeah, but the focus from the new executive of this new company, which someone said that they're going to announce the name within the next coming week. So
Gotcha.
we have a name soon. They keep mentioning CNN as a big part of this.
Yeah.
So I suspect Disney or Discovery Plus just launched less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And so
Or it might be a bundle situation where you can buy.
Yeah.
You'll get both HBO and Discovery
So-
as a package deal.
right. So it's going to create a new company. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be this one massive streamer. They could still
Exactly.
they're going to be probably kept separate.
We
and
don't
just
know.
get a bundle deal.
Right. Well, what they're definitely doing is competing with Disney that has a lot of sports content through their ESPN platform. So
Right.
they're trying to compete with that. Plus, Netflix and Disney are the biggest. I'm sure WarnerMedia wants to be the biggest too. HBO is giving everyone else a run for their money right now. They've got a lot of content and a lot of movies.
That alone is worth any price of admission just to have HBO Max.
Yeah. Well, if we haven't learned anything in the 19 episodes that we've done the show, is that the streaming world is constantly changing and constantly evolving. I mean, just since we started the show, there's been tons of announcements like this.
Right.
And I think we'll see a lot more until they kind of get into the rhythm of what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And, they're constantly competing with each other.
Well, yeah, until cable finally breaks. And then
Cable's dying. And even more than that, broadcast is on its last leg, seriously.
hey, this is kind of fun. I like horror. You're not. You like some horror.
I think I could get into this.
Yeah. Netflix and Goosebumps author R.L. Stine have teamed up to create a new horror trilogy named Fear Street. It's going to be 3 films, and they're going to all center around this one overarching story set across 3 different time periods, but all set in the same town of Shadyside.
I like the name of Shadyside.
I know, it's kind of cool. So it's going to be a trilogy. The first film will be set in 1994, the second in 1978, and the third in 1666.
Yikes,
And from
way
what
back.
I read is that third installment is we're going to learn why Shadyside is so cursed and
Got it.
so spooky.
I love this. This is great. The trilogy drops 3 different movies, July 2nd, July 9th, and July 16th.
Yeah.
So Summer Haunts is all about July this year.
Right. And
We got more.
why don't you
though.
take this one? I feel like I knew that this was coming, but I didn't see it, and you caught it first.
Well, here's something fun about this. I did not see Hocus Pocus, the movie, until this past Halloween when you showed it to me.
I don't know how you missed it.
I mean, I knew of it. I
Yeah.
knew it existed. I knew the main song just from being alive.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen the movie. And it actually took, I mean, I think you convinced me to watch it, and I loved it.
You do realize it's like cult following.
It
It's
really
a cult
is.
movie. Yeah.
It came out in 1993. I was really busy right then. That's when I graduated from college, and
Yeah.
I didn't consume a lot of TV and movies
You were
in
busy.
that period. I was very busy. Anyway, the Sanderson sisters are officially returning to Salem. All 3 of the original witches, played by Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, who you know I love, and Kathy Najimy, who I've met. I think you've met her too, right?
Yes.
On that cruise we went on.
Uh-huh.
They will reprise their roles from the 1993 cult classic sequel.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Your cabin was right next door to Kathy and the Gym.
That's right. That's right. The sequel focuses on 3 young women who accidentally bring the Sanderson sisters back to modern-day Salem yet again in an attempt to stop them.
Yeah.
So production is planned for this fall with a debut sometime in 2022. I would suspect, if they're smart, it will probably be Halloween 2022.
That would be nice. I like movies like this, especially when the first one was so very popular that I'm hoping it's like an October release.
Well, my connection to this movie is, my all-time favorite television show is the original run of Dallas from the late 70s, early mid-80s. The kid who played John Ross Ewing, the son of J.R. Ewing, he is the kid in Hocus Pocus.
No way.
That's right.
Oh, the
actor.
the virgin who they were trying to
Yes.
sacrifice.
So in real life, I don't think he's acted since Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'll be back for a cameo or something, but that would be kind of fun.
Last on our list, this is exciting, at least for us, and it's one of those things that you what do you call those things where you are ashamed to admit something?
A guilty pleasure.
There you go. It's a guilty pleasure for us, but Netflix. What we're talking about is Outer Banks.
Yes.
And
Waiting for you to get to that
right.
part.
Season 2. So Netflix announced first of a season 2 way back on July 24th of last year. And they posted on Twitter just last Friday that it will premiere this summer. That's as far as they went.
Okay.
They did not give a date.
God, they make me so upset when they do things like
I know.
this. But I guess they want to keep people's interest. But
Yeah.
just give us a date.
Right?
So-
I'm ready to go back to Pogue Life. That's
Yeah,
why
right.
I put that on here.
Does that mean it's already in the can? It must be in the can. I know. We know that different cast members put pictures up on their social media of them
Yes.
filming it.
Yes.
And we do know that they were in the Caribbean
There, from my understanding, there are 3 episodes of this season 2 that are in the Bahamas. Because remember...
Well, no, don't give it away in case people didn't watch
it's been over a year now.
I know, but okay.
that wasn't a big spoiler.
I think you should leave it there.
Okay.
I mean, no, that was pretty important, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, I assume they're coming back to the Outer Banks at some point since it's called Outer Banks still.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of, that was my beef.
I hope so. I don't want the whole season to be in the Bahamas because I think that takes away from it. I really like the setting.
It's called the Outer Banks
of the last one.
Well, this was my beef. You and I have been revisiting Veep. HBO show Veep, which is of course streaming on HBO Go, not HBO Go.
Yeah.
Let's listen to me, HBO Max. And that I got kind of pissed off that they kept calling the show Veep when she was the president of the United States.
Don't say that. Maybe people didn't watch it yet.
Oh well, that's been years.
Oh. Well, hey, there is something that we did watch. This was we put this on your list, your up next list last week. We watched it. We're talking about Those Who Wish Me Dead in this week's Unqualified Opinions.
Unqualified opinions.
I like it.
So what'd you think?
Is that you singing?
Yes.
Let me tell you, I really, really enjoyed this movie, and it's kind of gotten very, very mixed reviews.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. It's just kind of a fun adventure in the woods, and it's got Angelina Jolie in it. How could you not love that?
Right. But what surprised me and what made me just a little bit more happy is I did not know that Nicholas Hoult was going to be in it.
No, that was a surprise.
And he plays a character that I have not seen him play before. He plays a bad guy. He's
very bad.
He's very bad in this. I loved it. I loved his character.
I thought it was super fun, and I enjoyed the movie. I liked all the actors in it, actually. I think everyone did a really good job, especially the pregnant woman who kicks ass.
Yes.
I don't want to give too much away. Right. That will be giving way too much away, but guys, check out this movie. The dumbest thing about this is the title, Those Who Wish Me Dead, is just a dumbass title. But it's true. There are guys who want this kid dead.
Right.
We can't tell you why. We don't actually know why.
We don't really know why.
We don't really ever find out. That might be one of the biggest mistakes of the movie, but maybe it doesn't matter.
Well, you know what? The way it ended, I could see maybe a second one. No, because he really hasn't told his story yet to the press, which was his goal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this is what IMDb called. This is the tagline for the movie on IMDb. It says a teenage murder witness finds himself pursued by 2 assassins in the Montana wilderness, with a survival expert tasked with protecting him and a forest fire threatening to consume them all. Most of that's true, but I don't think they're really after him because he witnessed a murder. That's definitely not why they're after him.
Right.
There's another reason. We won't give it away. But I love Angelina Jolie, and she's always good at kicking
awesome
ass.
In this.
Laura Croft, she kicked ass. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, she kicked ass,
right.
and she kicks ass in this. I mean, she basically plays a smoke jumper, and she's a loner, and she's got some problems that she's dealing with. But when it comes time to help this boy, she follows through.
Yeah, it's almost like a reclamation that she failed in that first attempt. I won't give that away. And there's flashbacks right at the beginning, and so she puts everything into it with this kid and kind of redeems herself.
Yeah.
It's a redemption story for her
and
a survival story for the little kid.
And there's a really great 2-minute cameo by someone. I dare you guys to find him and tell us who he is. I knew instantly who he was, and then I doubted myself. I'm like, no, that couldn't be. Why would he be in this movie for only literally 90 seconds?
I was unsure.
Yeah. But man, it was fun, and the fire scenes look so friggin' real. I know they didn't burn down a forest to make this movie. No. But man, it's really good. It's a great action drama. Don't take it too seriously, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So it's available on HBO Max now. It was made for them, right?
It was.
Yeah, and it's I think it's really super fun. All right.
What's about 2 hours? I was about to say it was about $2.
It's about $2. It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's a good watch.
Yeah.
Watch it. we got some new show announcements for you, and some of these are really, really fun.
Some of them are also very, very old.
Yes. And we mean old.
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
You do the first one, and I'll tell you how long it's been around.
Yeah, we don't always do this, but we try to include some family-friendly stuff.
Yeah.
First on our list is Disney Plus's Jungle Cruise. It's going to premiere July 24th. I hate to say it. I hate to break the news, but this is going to be Premier Access. So that means it's going to cost you $29.99 to watch it on top of your Disney Plus subscription.
Wait,
but anyway,
even for us?
everyone.
Everyone? For
Yeah.
how long?
See, that's undetermined. I don't really know. I don't know what that window is.
That's a shitty thing. I think it's a shitty thing for them to do.
They've been doing really, really well with it.
Have they?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Jungle Cruise is obviously based on the ride at Disney World and Disneyland. It's an Amazon jungle expedition starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the charismatic riverboat captain and Emily Blunt as a determined explorer on a research mission. Actually, it looks really good. It's been in the can, Dale. This is what I meant. It's old. It's been it's been done, edited, and sitting on a shelf for over 2 years.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been done forever. It's a movie. It's not a series. I think it looks great. It's kind of looks like the same production values and epic kind of thing as the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but of course it takes place in the Amazon jungle. It's a treasure hunt adventure.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of fun. And I love both of them. I couldn't love Emily
Blunt.
What is wrong with me? I know I'm not drinking. We're taping this in the middle of the day. I just can't speak.
Yeah,
but
no, I love both of them.
Cute.
I've seen the trailer. Go watch the trailer. I love when films are filmed. It's kind of like it's dark and it's really eye catching. I think it's gonna be a great. This is one for all the adults. Adults are gonna look. It's not a cartoon.
It's for everybody.
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise, Disney Plus. It's a premiere, which is going to cost you more on July 24th.
Yeah. Up next, those of you who've been following the stories of Hilda Lisco, we're talking about Home Before Dark. Season 2 is going to premiere on Apple TV Plus on June 11th.
That's the second season.
That's the second season. Yeah.
Also coming a new series. Now, this one is creepy as shit, guys.
Yeah.
This is called Dr. Death. It's coming to Peacock this summer. We don't have a date for you yet, but it looks like they pretty much have it done. So we'll probably get a date really soon. This is based on a podcast.
And which is based on a true story.
Okay. Based on a true story, based on a podcast. It's the story of Dr. Christopher Dunch.
Yeah.
Played by the wonderful, he's Pacey to me.
I knew you would like this.
He's Pacey from Dawson's Creek,
Right.
Joshua Jackson. He's actually been in a million things.
Yeah.
Movies, TV series. I think he's had like 4 series. But so here's another one for him. He plays this really terrifying doctor in Dallas who all of a sudden his patients start dying. And the other doctors and other people involved are trying to figure out how they can stop him or if he's doing this for real, if he's really, trying to hurt these people. The supporting cast, I don't know if they're all supporting cast, but other people in it are Alec Baldwin, who looks great, Christian Slater, and then there was someone else big that isn't listed here.
Anna Sophia Robb?
Yeah, Anna Sophia Robb. I don't know that I know her.
Yeah.
There was another guy that's not mentioned on our script that I remember seeing in the trailer that I knew. But I can't, his name is not popping up. But guys, look at the trailer. We will put it up on our Facebook page.
Yeah. You got to watch the
super
trailer.
creepy, guys.
It's creepy because this is like pulled from the headlines, man. It's
actually happened.
It's pretty freaking weird.
Yeah, no date for that, but it's coming to Peacock this summer.
Yeah.
Now, this next one. You do it, but I'm so excited about this.
I was excited. That's why I put this on here. Paramount Plus, we all know that MTV is now fall under that umbrella of Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
On July 29th, they are bringing back MTV's Behind the Music.
But with new, amazing, ramped up episodes.
Yeah, I mean,
they look so good.
They look really good. Like the first one in these first sets, like Jennifer Lopez is in there.
Ricky
is
Martin.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay-Z, I think, was in there too.
Yeah.
These are going to be great.
If you don't know what we're talking about, this is basically where they have an artist kind of sit down, they show a video, and they kind of go behind. There's a song or a video that has a big story behind it.
And they the artist tells how they put it together, how the video came together, how the inspiration for the music worked. And I mean, we need this. This is fun kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how many episodes there'll be. I don't know how long they'll be.
The originals were only 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, we'll
on
find
regular
out.
MTV.
But
since this is streaming with no commercials,
they don't have those parameters. They don't have to worry about that.
They could really go a long ways with this. The next thing I want to see is pop-up video. I've heard that's coming.
Pop-up video.
with the current songs.
The only thing about pop-up video that I find annoying is because I would usually put videos on while I'm doing other things. But you can't do other things during pop-up video because you got to keep your face on the screen so you can read along.
Read.
Yeah. All right. What else?
Last on our list, Disney Plus on July 16th is bringing back Turner and Hooch. This is going to be a series based off the 1990-something film with Tom Hanks of Turner and Hooch.
Everything old is new again.
Yeah,
Bill.
so basically it's the same story. It's just going to be set over some series. However, Turner is going to be played by Josh Peck, who I think he had some like Disney Channel stuff.
Yeah, I can picture him in my head. I think he's done a bunch of stuff. So it's basically U.S. Marshal Scott Turner inherits an unruly dog named Hooch, who may become the partner he needs.
Yeah, and this is live action. This is not, any kind of cartoon or animation. It looks pretty cool. There was no trailer for this,
right?
But if you go on YouTube and search like Turner and Hooch 2021 or Disney Plus, there is a behind the scenes thing, and it shows the dog, and they put like a GoPro on him, and
fun.
the dog takes you on a tour behind the scenes of the set.
Hey, that's fun.
So.
Disney's really good with their behind the scenes specials and documentaries and programs. If you guys don't have Disney Plus, I was just telling our friend Allie just today. She's like, she asked me, she said, "Have you seen she said, "Are you guys watching The Mandalorian?" And I'm like, we watched it the minute it came out. Yeah, it's been a while.
They're a little late on the bus.
Like, watch it. And plus, I think you'll love all the documentaries and behind the scenes stuff that they have on there.
So that is our list of what we are looking forward to. And coming up, we have your list for this week.
We're gonna tell you what to watch this week. It's time for Up Next.
I couldn't be more excited about this Up Next weekend list because it's got some things that I'm very, very, very excited about, including what we're going to do tonight. I don't care that we still have a Mosquito Coast to watch. I don't care that we have another episode of Hacks to watch.
Yeah.
We're watching tonight Netflix's original film, Army of the Dead.
Love it.
It's out today, May 21st on Netflix. It's a movie. Basically, this is about a former zombie warrior, okay? He's been living on the outskirts of town, working at a diner, and he's approached by a casino boss because the casino boss has realized that there's $200 million sitting in a vault below the Strip in Las Vegas. Now, Las Vegas has been cordoned off, okay?
Yeah.
And all the zombies live in Las Vegas.
Right.
Nobody goes there anymore. That's where they keep them all.
Right.
But he wants to go get that money.
He wants the money.
Because unlike The Walking Dead, where money doesn't work anymore,
right,
money still works in this world.
Right.
The Army of the Dead.
Because it's just Las Vegas that has the zombies. Right.
But these zombies are different, Dale.
Yes.
They're not the slow-ass, stupid zombies of The Walking Dead.
No.
They're fast. They're organized. They get dressed. They work in teams.
Yeah.
And they're fast. I'm going to say that twice.
That's
because
like
on
World War Z zombies.
Right. Because in The Walking Dead, they're so fucking slow. I mean, no, even the kids aren't afraid of the zombies. You could just fast walk away from them. But not this one. There's even a zombie tiger. Okay?
Yes.
Because we know Las Vegas has tigers, right?
Well,
and lions and all that stuff.
Right.
So this is going to be fun. You compared it to what? You put two movies mashed together.
Yeah, it was World Z
Right.
meets Ocean's 11.
That's exactly what it is.
Right? That's the first thing that I thought of.
Yeah, but I love it. You guys have to see the trailer if you're not going to watch the movie tonight, which I really think, why wouldn't you watch it tonight?
We're watching it tonight.
We're watching it
we
tonight.
Have to.
But there's one thing where they show the famous Las Vegas sign on its side, and then they pull back, and you see our favorite hotel, Mandalay Bay, on fire.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, Mandalay Bay can't be on fire.
It's like the only thing that's like really still standing is the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
It's outside New York.
I cannot wait to watch this movie. And I got a really, really quick story to tell you. So originally, comedian Chris D'Elia was in this movie. You know him from You, Remember that Netflix series You?
Yes.
That we really enjoyed that's coming back for a third season soon, but we don't know when. We'll tell you sometime soon. Anyway, he got caught up in all the Me Too shit, and he's been accused by several women of like rape and some really bad shit. He was in this movie. Zack Snyder.
Yes.
This is a Zack Snyder movie.
Yes.
He decided, I can't put this movie out with Chris in it.
Right.
I mean, that would be like putting a movie out with
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby in it. Exactly. So he got the great, funny comedian Tig Notaro. You know her, right?
Yes.
She's so deadpan funny, lesbian chick. Love her to death. They digitally added her to the movie on top of Chris. So everywhere.
That is insane.
Yeah. So she did the whole movie in green screen, shot by shot, and then they put her into the movie. It's amazing. You should read the articles about how they did it.
That's pretty impressive.
It was really cool. So when we see her tonight and you see her in this role,
She's all by herself.
She was all by herself. None of these people. She wasn't interacting with any of these people. She wasn't talking to them. She wasn't even there.
See, now that's going to be what I'm going to be looking at the most, is when I'm going to be watching this tonight. I was like, oh, she is all by herself in this.
I know. All right. What about next week, though? There's something really fun next week. Tell us.
Yeah, I will preface this is that we are going to give you recommendations for next week because we are
off next week.
We're off next week. We'll get into more of that later. But your favorite Friends are back. It's Friends The Reunion coming to HBO Max on May 27th. We're talking Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, David Schwimmer.
All of them.
And lots of special guests.
Yeah.
And I think we may have mentioned this before. There's like some weird special guests coming. Like there's BTS.
BTS is on there for some stupid reason.
Some sort of appearance.
Lady Gaga's on there for some stupid reason. James Corden is interviewing them, which is very weird. We talked a lot about this on our other on our podcast, Swish Edition, which is about pop culture stuff. I couldn't help but talk about this. There's also a lot of the original people. Tom Selleck, who played Richard, he's back. The guy who played Gunther is back. The woman who played Janice is back. I mean, there's a bunch, and it looks really cool.
It looks a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So they're on the couch sitting in front of the fountain, and then there's some scenes where they're in Central Park.
Yeah,
and then they take a tour. They take a tour of the apartments.
Yeah. They rebuilt the apartments.
Well, yes.
They had been in storage, so they rebuilt them, and they actually play a trivia game with each other in Monica and Monica's apartment. Yeah. If they remember different things about different episodes, which is kind of fun.
And of course, this is all hosted by James Corden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun just to see because I don't think a lot of these guests that they know are there.
Yeah.
And so it'd be great to see any sort of surprises.
Yeah, even the dogs are excited about this. Can you hear them barking? They're very, very excited.
And
then we have one more thing. We hardly talk about Amazon Prime. We should talk about it more often. A new series debuting on May 28th, which is, I believe, next Friday, a week from today, called Panic. Panic. This takes place in a small Texas town where every summer the graduating seniors, high school seniors, compete in a series of challenges where winner takes all, which they believe is their one and only chance to escape their circumstances and make their lives better. This looks kind of fun and different. Kind of like Hunger Games-ish, but more modern.
Yeah,
modern day, not sci-fi-ish.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It's probably. Should this fall under like horror? Because I imagine that some of these kids are not going to still be alive at the end.
I really don't know. And I'm sorry the dogs keep barking, but we're not doing this again.
Yeah.
Maybe we will.
Yeah, maybe. But that's our list. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Binge Bump Podcast. If you like our show, please be sure to rate us wherever you like to listen to your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're off next week. We're heading to the lovely Key West, Florida. And we'll be back Friday, June 4th. Happy binging.
Bye, guys. Have fun. We're going to go spank the dogs.